Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage our next speaker, the very, very spunky Miss Malini herself. Yay. Hi.
All right, thanks everybody. All right, awesome. I forgot my phone down there, but I was going to take a Snapchat, so you just have to smile at this phone down here. Can you take a snap for me? All right, on 3, everybody say Goafest. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh my God, you just had lunch, didn't you? Okay, first of all, I'm Malini, okay, also known as Miss Malini, and I wanted to say I'm so happy and excited to be invited to be here. I've been looking at all the Instagram and Twitter posts and really excited about some of the amazing speakers. I know there's a 10-year-old girl who's just incredible, so I'm excited to see all the people and be part of it as well. So when I was invited to speak here, I was told that the key word for this session is entertainment. So, according to Wikipedia, entertainment is a form of activity that holds the attention and interest of an audience or gives pleasure and delight. It can be an idea or a task, but is more likely to be one of the activities or events that have developed over hundreds and thousands of years, specifically for the purpose of keeping your attention. Now, you might be thinking like, hey, wait, Miss Malini, the internet is not that old, so you're here to talk about the internet, so what are you saying? You're right. The internet is younger than me. But the internet, just like television or radio or theater or magazines or newspapers or campfire stories, is just a medium via which we consume entertainment. And actually, if you think about it, the real entertainment is in the story. And I'm here to hopefully give you some insight on how to tell a good story using the internet for you and your brand. So I have a story too. I got here 17 years ago. I had an alphanumeric pager. How many people know what that is? Raise your hand. Ah, you're as old as I am. And all I had was an alphanumeric pager and a dream to live a life less ordinary. And I guess I can safely say mission accomplished. But for the whole story, you're going to have to read my book. It's coming out this year. I'm very excited. I promise it has lots of juicy Bollywood gossip in it. But for now, let me stick to the topic. And I've got these old school cards because I have a little ADD, so I get easily distracted. So let's get back to entertainment. I love entertainment. I started my career as a backup dancer for Sukhbir for 6 years. Yep, ho, 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 I'm sure you've heard the song. I worked as a copywriter at MTV India. I ran digital content for Channel V. I was a radio host on Go 92.5 and Radio 1 for 9 years. I became a blogger. I used to write a lot of columns for the midday gossip columns, and now apparently an author. And you know, the one thing that I found in common in all the entertainment that I loved or that I remembered was that it made me feel something. It made me feel happy, sad, angry, amused, sometimes confused. And I think that's the secret to entertainment. So what's the secret to a good story? Oh, wrong way. Clicker. Oh, I'm going back. Okay. Anyway, a good story is something that makes you feel a human emotion even without any human interaction. But first, you know, I love Bollywood, and Bollywood is actually the best storyteller of all time. So I wanted to show you 11 things that I've learned from Bollywood.
Success के पीछे मत भागो. Excellence का पीछा करो. Success झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी.
Yeah, that's it. ये कर सकते. अरे चिल चिल्ला के खतरी सुनाए.
मेरा तो इतना लाइफ खराब हो गया है मेरा.
कर गए अपनी बात किनारे.
जितना भी ट्राई करो बनी, लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ तो छूटेगा ही. तू जहाँ है वहीं का मजा लेते ना.
कल को मैं किसी को ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहती कि जी तुम्हारी वजह से मेरी लाइफ खराब हो गई. मेरी लाइफ जो भी होगी, मुझे पता होगा कि मेरी वजह से ऐसी है, तो I'll be happy.
एक बार मैंने कमिटमेंट कर दी तो फिर मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता।
अब तो मुझे माफ करो अब तो मुझे माफ करो।
लेकिन अब जानती हूँ कि ये गोल्स पाने की खुशी तभी महसूस होती है जब उसे किसी के साथ शेयर कर सकूं।
अबे तेजा मैं हूँ, तेजा मैं हूँ, मार किधर है?
I love that one too. Okay, so the great thing about all these movies is that I didn't realize that they were teaching me anything. They were just telling a really good story. And if you think about some of the brands that tell really good stories, like think about it. Nike has taught me to just have the guts to just do it. Apple has taught me to think differently. Airbnb has taught me that I belong anywhere. And Red Bull has given me wings. Correct. So I think that's what I feel is so important. This was so in case nobody was paying attention. Okay. So, you know, when you tell a story that reflects a human experience, just like we saw, you form a connection that resonates with your audience. A story must inspire an emotional reaction. The trick, however, is to be authentic, because consumers aren't stupid. So, how do you come up with a good brand story? A brand is a matter of perception. Your brand story isn't what you tell people it is. It isn't just that. It's also what they believe based on the signals that you're sending. The story is a complete picture made up of facts, feelings, and interpretations, which means that part of your story isn't even told by you. Sometimes it's told by the company you keep. Have you heard that saying that you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with? What if I flipped that around and said, find the 5 people that best represent and reflect your story and have them help you tell your story? You know, the beautiful thing about the internet is you don't have to tell your story there alone. You can find your virtual BFFs and do it together. And I just wanted to give you an example of how we tell our stories at Miss Malini using some of our virtual BFFs.
I'm having a big fan moment here. I'm with Miss Malini, and you're watching Miss Malini. Miss Malini, who's kind of hot, I have to say. And so keep watching Miss Malini, empower her, because she makes a lot of sense. And trust me, very few people do.
Hi! Oh my God, you're so sweet. Sorry for being so late. My flight was so late.
I'm just really happy. Usually I'm the one who's, or like actors are the ones who's late. This time I'm waiting for Miss Malini.
so
She's such a star.
bad.
I would like to tell everyone from Miss Malini, I've known this one for years now, from when none of you guys know her, and she's destined for greatness because she thinks big, and that's an example for everyone out there. So Inside Access, H1 with Miss Malini.
Okay, now I can just drop the mic and leave. That's it. The one with a smile like Magnum brownie ice cream. Oh, the clear winner.
The clear winner.
Tallying the results of brownie game. Thank you so much for playing our little brownie game.
I had so much fun. This is the most fun interview I've done all day.
Yay! Awesome.
Who is most likely to get like the gifting, right? Like the best gift.
We both are terrible at gifting, I think. Huh? Yeah. This is the best thing I've got you. Best.
This ring.
The platinum ring.
Since you love to travel so much, we thought it would be fun to give you a 3-minute packing challenge. Are you ready?
Ah, that's easy. I can talk to you for like a minute and then pack.
Oh,
What do you want
loving
to
the
tell me?
sass.
Love? You believe in love, Alicia?
I do actually. What's up, everyone? So I took Miss Malini's Choose Tricks challenge, and today I'm going to show you guys 3 different looks and playing, of course, with the entire theme of mixing and matching.
Is there one contemporary Bollywood actress that you want to say, I love you, girl, and a message to her?
So many. There's Alia, there's Shraddha, there's Pariniti. She's so sweet.
You're very happy with what you wear, but I'm sure that you face a lot of scrutiny. How do you feel about that scrutiny, and how do you deal with it?
As far as people have opinions and scrutinies, you know what? Shave your opinion. Do you want to tell them too?
Shave your opinion. Shave your opinion. Can you look into one of my cameras and say something like really romantic?
Please come and
meet my parents. That's my chat line.
Miss Malini's world. That's the world.
Woo, that's amazing. So this is how fun, effortless, and completely authentic, I hope you read that. This is how fun, effortless, and completely authentic stories can be created with your virtual family, with your BFFs. And then everybody wants to listen to them. You know, because influencer marketing is on everybody's radar right now, but you know, it all sounds so serious and technical. What it really means is that you're connecting with people who already have virtual families. And they're helping to take your audience to the best parties in town with the most popular people, and as a result, you're going to become popular too as well. So which brings me to my final insight. Now, I'm using a fancy word here, but I'm really just trying to tell you something very simple. Go to where the party is. Now, the internet is an amazing place. There are an infinite number of places to go, meet people, experience. And, you know, when you do that, you can't just go and make your sales pitch and sit at home and hope that people are going to come to you. So think of it as a never-ending game of tag, where you have to go out and find the audience. So you're always it. Which means you have to go to where the action is, and you have to go dress the part. This means that you have to understand all the different mediums and how you use them on the internet. Like, you can't go to a pool party wearing a tuxedo. You'd look really out of place. And I can use party analogies all day, so please stop me. Here are the best parties on the internet right now. Facebook. Facebook is a great way to share links. A lot of people share content that they love, and they, you know, get that going within their circle of friends. You can put up a lot of albums, Facebook Lives. It's a great place for multimedia formats. Twitter is great for conversation, a chance to interact with your idols. You're tweeting for questions right now. You can also, you know, you're one step away from your favorite influencers and idols and celebrities. Instagram is visually appealing. You know, Instagram feeds should be so yummy looking you want to lick the screen. And that's also a really fun way to engage, because you also have now the next level, which is Insta Story, where you may not want to put everything up on your Instagram, but you can also do a quick shot on your Insta Story, like you are all on my Insta Story right now. Also, what's interesting are things like Snapchat. So I love the emojis. You can use a Bitmoji on Snapchat, and you can create quick stories. They even call it a story, because it's basically following someone's life through 10-second bite-sized content. And that's not it. Think about digital radio. I love radio. I think of radio as the theater of the mind. Like when you read a book, it puts a picture in your head. So for instance, we create a Bollywood Plus radio show for Savan, but you can do shows on sports, on old music, on anything at all, politics. Television. Now, people think that, you know, in the age of the internet, you have to ignore terrestrial media. That's not true. In India, media like television is still very, very relevant and important. But what's interesting and different is that the content that millennials are consuming, even on television, is the kind of content that is being created for the internet, which is why you'll see a lot of changes in the magazine format and the kind of content that's being consumed. But I want you to take one thing back. If there's, you know, the most important thing for me, that the internet is actually a two-way conversation. Because you can't go and make someone feel something and have an emotional experience and then don't interact with them and just walk away and drop the mic. They would feel terrible, just like you would. So you have to have a, you know, interact with them, ask them how I felt about it, say thank you, engage, respond. And honestly, the most important thing that I hope you take away from this session is that the internet is not just all this marketing terminology that people throw around. The internet, for me, is a second life with real people and real feelings. And if you treat it that way, then you'll tell a good story. In fact, you'll tell a great one. Finally, I thought we'd have some fun. Why don't you tweet me the favorite story, ad, or anything that made you feel something with the hashtag Goafest 2017 and the feeling that the emotion that it made you feel, and I will definitely retweet my favorites. All right? That's it for me. And every big Bollywood movie has to end with a song, so Hello.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.